Hey, I'm Nikki from Fender Play, the complete online guitar learning platform. We believe anyone can play guitar, and our bite-sized lessons and song-driven approach make it easy. In just a second, we're going to show you how easy with this free song lesson. With Fender Play, you'll master essential chords and skills as you play songs by legendary artists. From the Beatles to Led Zeppelin, the Eagles to Elvis. Even if you're just starting out, this lesson will get you playing the classics in no time. Enjoy this sample and then click the link in the description to start for free with Fender Play today.
In this lesson, we're going to check out Take It Easy by Jackson Browne and Glenn Frey, made famous by the Eagles. For chords, we'll check out a handful of open position along with some variations on those chords. For techniques, we've got some strumming patterns, some alternate eighth notes, and some quarter notes. I'll show you the intro, the verse, and the chorus. This is a modified and simplified version for newer players. So make sure you're all tuned up, and let's get started. In the intro, we've got 4 modified open position chords and a consistent alternate strum pattern. Here's a little bit of what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So in my fret hand, we're going to take advantage of a pivot finger. Happens to be the pinky. So take your pinky and find the 3rd fret of high E. And we're already fretting our first chord, G over D. So here's our first modification. So we're playing a G chord, and we're only going to just strum down from the open D string, which is why we call it G over D. Now for the next chord, C over E, keep your pinky where it is. We're not going to move it. Add your index finger to the 1st fret of the B string, and now your middle finger to the 2nd fret of the D string, and strum down on the same 4 strings. This is C over E. So for the next chord, D7 sus4, I want you to keep your index finger and pinkies put, don't move them. But your middle finger, pick it up, and move it to the 2nd fret of the G string. For D7 sus4, strum the same 4 strings down. Our final chord is a full G chord, but I want you to keep your pinky down and try perhaps a new fingering. So for this alternate fingering, my ring finger's playing the low root, 3rd fret of low E, and my middle finger's playing the 2nd fret of the A string. And keep your pinky down as the pivot on the 3rd fret of high E. Unless it's getting really sore by now, then you can pick it up, that's fine. Let's take a look at those chords from another angle. We begin with G over D, just the pinky down on the 3rd fret. Now add your index and middle fingers for the C over E chord. Now just move your middle finger to the G string for D7 sus4. And finally, we've got a full G chord, and try for this new fingering as best you can. Now let's walk through the progression. We'll just strum each chord once, and I'll cue you on the changes. So start with that G over D, and we'll stay on there for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and G over D. 2, 3, 4 again. Get ready for C over E. Here we go, and 2, 3, D7 sus4. 2, 3, back to G over D. 2, 3, 4 again. 2, now C over E right here, and 2, 3, D7 sus4, 2, 3. Now the full G chord for 2 measures, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. In my strum hand, I've got a consistent 1-bar alternate strum pattern. Grab that full G chord again. This is the strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So keep in mind, when we're playing those modified chord shapes that are just on 4 strings, to try and concentrate your strumming on just those 4 strings. So on G over D. Do your best on that. But for now, let's go ahead and put this together, our chord progression with the strum pattern. Grab G over D, I'll count you in and cue you on the changes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, C over E, and D7 says 4, G over D, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, C over E, and 2, 3, and D7 says 4, 2, 3, and G chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there's the intro. In the verse, we'll stick with the same alternate strum pattern as the intro, and we've got just 3 chords. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So in my fret hand, I've got just 3 chords. We already know the G chord. I'm gonna stay with the same alternate fingering shape. Use what works for you in this section. We've also got a D chord, a standard D chord shape. And finally, a C chord. No modification here, just the standard shape. So let's walk through the progression. We'll strum each chord just once for now, and I'll cue you on the changes. We begin with a G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. So G, 2, 3, 4, again. 2. Here comes a quick change, G to D. So watch this, G, switch to D, switch to C, and 1, 2, 3. G chord, and 1, 2, 3. D chord, and 1, 2, 3, C chord, and 1, 2, 3, G chord, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. For my strum hand, I've got that same strum pattern as the intro, the down, 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 up, with the exception of the 3rd bar when we have the quick change chords, G, D, to C in the next measure. We're gonna simplify and just do steady quarter notes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play G, G, D, D to C in the next measure. Try that with me just for a little bit of practice. So G, G, D, D, C. I'll count you in on the G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, and G, G, D, D, and C. Okay. Let's put this together now, the chord progression with our strumming. Do your best to keep up with me, and I'll count you through the changes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. Here comes the quick changes. G, G, D, D, now C, 2, 3, and G chord, 1, 2, 3, D chord, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, G chord, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there's your verse. In the chorus, we've got 2 new chords, but we're gonna stay with the same rhythm pattern as the intro and the verse. This is a longer section, so let me play you the first half right now. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So in my fret hand, we're gonna add the E minor chord, just 2 fingers for this chord. I like to use my 2 middle fingers, my middle and my ring finger at the 2nd fret for this one. And then we're also gonna play an A minor chord, standard shape, 3 fingers, 5 strings down from the A string strum. So E minor and A minor are our new chords. Let's walk through the progression. This is a longer section, so I'll cue you through those chord changes. We begin on that E minor chord for 2 bars. I'll count you in. Just strum each chord once for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4 again, 2, 3, C chord, and 2, going to the G chord right here, 2, 3, A minor, 2, 3, C chord, and 2, 3, back to E minor for 2 bars, 2, 3, 4 again, 2, 3, C chord, and 2, 3, G chord, and 2, 3, back to C, and 2, 3, and G chord, 2, 3, A minor, 2, 3, C chord, and 2, 3, G chord, and 1, 2, 3, 4 again, 2, 3, 4. So that's the form. In my strum hand, I'm going to use the same strum pattern as before, just that down, 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 up, down, up. So let's put the strumming and the chord progression together. Grab E minor, I'll count you in and cue you on all those changes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, C chord, and 2, 3, G chord, and 2, 3, and 4, and A minor, 2, 3, and C chord, 2, 3, 4, and E minor, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, C chord, and 2, 3, G chord, 2, 3, C chord, 2, 3, and G chord, 2, 3, A minor, C chord, and 2, 3, and 4, and G, 2, 3, 4 again, 2, 3, and 4, and there's the chorus. Time to put it all together. We'll do the intro, straight into the verse, and then straight into the chorus, and we'll finish out on an extra G chord strum. So find your pinky, 3rd fret of high E for the G over D chord. I'll count you in on the intro. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and switch, and switch, G over D. 1, 2, 3, 4, and switch, and switch, full G chord. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. Here's the verse and G. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Quick changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and C. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, D. 2, 3, C chord. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, E minor for the chorus. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, C chord, and G chord, and A minor, C chord, E minor. Stay on it. C chord, and G chord, and C chord, and G chord, and A minor, C chord, G chord, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and strum. 2, 3, 4. Great work learning this classic tune. Keep working on those chord shapes and alternate strumming. Have fun, and we'll see you next time.
So how did it go? If you're ready to learn more, sign up and access over 1,000 song lessons that will keep you inspired to play. If that was a bit too challenging, sign up with Fender Play and we'll get you learning the skills you need to play the songs you love. Click the link in the description to start for free with Fender Play today.